Hi guys, we are back at the Retail Tech Show, and well, as you can hear, I've been interviewing so many amazing people that I'm actually losing my voice. But I'm going to try and keep it because I am interviewing someone fantastic. In fact, someone that is joining us from a brand where we've also interviewed someone else before, your lovely CEO. But today I'm with the lovely Hannah.
Thanks so much for having me. I am the head of retail operations over at Joseph, and look after all of the stores and the bricks and mortar of our business.
Yes, well, and that's what we're going to dig into today. We're going to actually explore a bit around clienteling because Joseph has been an amazing brand for women. I would love to, before we kind of dig into more of the stuff that you're kind of focused on from on the retail operations side of the business, can you tell me first a little bit about the brand and I guess, how it was born, and some of the amazing things it stands for?
Yeah, for sure. The Joseph so we celebrated our 40th anniversary a few years ago, which is amazing, and we still have people in the business who worked with Joseph when he first set up the business. So came from a hairdressing business on the King's Road, and then Joseph expanded into fashion by bringing new designers into the UK and then launching his own business at the same time. So really exciting place to work. We've now got Mario Arena as our new creative director. We're back at London Fashion Week. It's just all very exciting. So yeah, it's a great place to be, great place to work, and really nice, beautiful product. We're very blessed.
Yeah, and I think that's the thing. What I love around Joseph is the brand was born to make us women feel great about ourselves.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, which it does do when you go and get your hair done, doesn't it? But I think that's the thing about feeling comfortable, about feeling gorgeous, about feeling confident, and especially because, I don't know if I should, but I always think of Joseph as more of a, not workwear, but like really make you feel elevated in really beautiful, refined clothing. I must ask though, so back at Fashion Week, I'm guessing that's a strategic move. Is there a reason that you're back at Fashion Week in particular?
Definitely be a question for our marketing team.
Yes.
But yeah, for sure. I think they look, it's brilliant, just really great to showcase our brand. Brilliant to get out there. Mario's has been with us for a couple of seasons now. So yeah, I think it's a really great way that we can showcase the amazing product that we have.
Yeah, bringing Joseph back to, well, not back to life because you've always been there,
yeah.
but like really putting you in front of the consumer again. I think that's very exciting. Yeah. So on that, let's talk more about the consumer journeys in store and how, I guess, what you're working on kind of reflects the Joseph brand, what you're trying to achieve with your in-store journeys.
Yeah, we really value our clients. So we think that relationship with the clients and their sales advisor is so important to the brand and to really being able to elevate that experience for her. Like you were saying, those elevated pieces within her wardrobe, we really want her to feel like that when she walks through the door of a Joseph store or concession, wherever she is, that she gets that real experience. So yeah, we're in today's world where it's so easy to shop online, you can do all of those things. She's really made the effort to walk into our store. So we really want to make that experience great for her, and be what she needs us to be.
Yeah, would walk me through that. So I need to do this. I've actually promised. So Barbara, your CEO, came on when I was in Abu Dhabi for Shop Talk Luxe, doing the tour with the podcast. But talk me through that. Well, and I am going to do this, by the way. Maybe we need to come and film some content in store, film the journey.
Yeah,
tell me, because I am a big online shopper. I love online shopping. My daughter doesn't actually. It's funny, isn't it? I do think there's going to be some changes in how my daughter only wants to shop in store.
That's great.
I know. At 17, yeah. And she wants to spend lots of money as well. But she wants to shop in store. She wants to try on the clothes. She wants to know that they're right for her. Yeah. I think for me, I have traditionally, maybe because of ease as well, like buy stuff online. But I also know it's not great for the planet. I don't want to be returning things. So so talk me through. What would I turn up to Joseph? What happens?
Yeah, well, you would be welcomed. You'd be welcomed into the world of Joseph, and we would really work with you to curate your outfit for whatever it is you needed. And we get lots of different people. So like you were saying, workwear. You also get mothers of the bride. We get lots of different events, event dressing, any of those things that We can do equally, like you're saying with your daughter, we get lots of mothers and daughters who come in, it's her first job, she's getting her first wardrobe, those type of, it's beautiful, it's really, really nice. And then so once you've developed that relationship with that sales advisor, we think it's really important to try and expand that further and get her to really feel part of the brand. So once you've had your first purchase with us, we would add you onto our client list, if you like, and really then we would send you an email the following day to say thank you for your purchase and follow up with you that way. And then we try and keep as much information about you as we can to allow us to make your life easier.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing, is that to try and get you to come when you come into store, or even if your husband or somebody comes in to buy you a gift, we've got all of your size information. We know what it is that you like, so we can really make recommendations and tailored recommendations to you. So it really is a curated communication between your sales advisor and you, and then really developing that relationship into something quite special.
Oh, I love that. I've actually got to do both of those trips because my daughter wants to be a barrister. So she needs some really nice workwear. And the other trip that you mentioned, my cousin's daughter is getting married.
Yeah.
And she literally asked me at the weekend, she was like, please, can you take me shopping so that I can go and look for something lovely to wear to the wedding next year?
You have to come.
So that Joseph trip is happening.
Yeah, come in.
So behind the scenes, technologically wise, I mean, we are at the Retail Tech Show, so we should definitely talk about the technology that supports this. It sounds like there's some, there's going to be some smart technologies that enable you guys to, I guess, save the client's details, save their preferences, save what they've bought previously, that will then aid the people within store to kind of give that advice. How much can you share with me about this?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you do
Does it work?
Yeah.
What's the magic?
Yeah.
Well, we work really closely with Proximity.
Yeah.
Proximity Insights. They're a great company. We really enjoy working with them, and they really work closely with us around how to how we keep that information, what information we have, and how we work with that. And then we create journeys for clients. So we really try and work on that to see. Again, I'm a true believer in our clients don't have that much time, and that's the one thing that they can't really get more of. So we need to try and do things to make things easier for them and for our team as well. So if we can make things easier for our team, we can make things easier for our clients, and then it's just a really happy journey within Joseph, and that's how we work. So our till system talks into that system, and that's how we try and make things a bit easier.
Yeah, and that's what we all need.
Yeah,
Let's say
absolutely.
I'm so busy. I mean, as much as I would love to spend a lot more time shopping, I'm actually going to do some shopping tomorrow. I feel after speaking to all these amazing retailers this week, I need to go and do some mystery shopping tomorrow. Just need someone to give me a load of cash to make sure. Don't know if my accountant will be happy with me putting that all through the business. It's market research needs to be done.
Absolutely.
But I think that what I love about what you guys do is people are getting a bit more precious about sharing too much data, about what they share with their with the stores that they shop in. However, when it makes your life easier, for me, someone who is incredibly time poor, I'm really happy to do that, because I can then walk into store and they can go, you loved this last time because of the fit that it is or whatever. So I'd recommend this product for you next time.
And that's what it's about, right? It's about making things easier and only keeping that data that allows us to do that. It's not about trying to take data from people that we don't need. It's literally about trying to make people's lives easier, and so if we can help, that's what we want to do. To help.
Yeah, and that's what you are doing, and empowering us to
absolutely.
look and feel beautiful, which is so important, especially when you're doing things like this. Like, actually, for me, I was complaining to you, wasn't I, about my outfit before we went live. I'm going to come and get kitted out for the next show that I do, for sure.
Brilliant.
But when you're actually going somewhere that makes you feel really lovely in those clothes, for me, when I'm on stage or speaking or podcasting, you want to feel great, and that's exactly what you guys are enabling with the way that you're curating those in-store journeys, which is great. What other big things have you got on your agenda? So running retail operations for a brand like Joseph, there's going to be a lot happening in the background to power all of the amazing things that you're doing. What are the things? What do you want to come and learn about at the show? What are you interested in? What are your next big things, if you're allowed to share anything with me?
No, I think it's a really exciting time in retail, right? I think there's a lot going on. There's lots of tech. There's loads of things that you can be doing. We're starting through our omnichannel journey. So we are starting to do some pick from store and some exciting things like that. Again, we really want to try and unlock the potential that we have for our client. Again, all about making things easier. So if we're sold out of something online, but we have it in the store, that should be a much easier process for us than it currently is. So that's what we're launching that today, actually, which is exciting. So we're starting that process, which is great. And then the other things we're looking at, like anything that can make things easier, right? Like that's what we're trying to do. Allow the team to spend more time on the shop floor with their client. That's so important to us. So trying to take away as much tasking as we can, trying to make things as easy as we can. Using AI if we can. We currently don't use it too much at the moment. We're right at the beginning of our journey. But yeah, just if it makes things easier for somebody, then that's what we could potentially do. But yeah, it's just seeing really what's out there. It's great to come to the Retail Tech Show and see what's available and what people are doing. Some really exciting stuff out there.
I know there is. Well, on that, have you managed to get to many talks?
I haven't yet.
No,
I haven't.
What are you excited about listening to today?
I am excited about listening to some of the AI stuff. I am excited about hearing what's there, because I was listening to somebody the other day talk, and they were saying, really think about the problem that you're trying to solve. Like, what is it that the problem is? And I think that's so important. There's so much out there that is sexy and fun and all of these things and great, but what is it that you're trying to solve? And that is that I think you have to just kind of keep that at the forefront of your mind when you're looking at different options.
Yeah, I think that's actually been a real, certainly I haven't been able to get to many talks yet, but I am going to this afternoon. But certainly for the interviews that I've been doing here on the podcast, the kind of, and I think this is really important in a world of AI for us to remember. There's loads of, like you say, there's loads of whizzy tech that we can all use, but it's all about customer centric. I can't say this properly now. Customer centricity, is that the word I'm looking for? Like when it's customer centric and you're actually building it around a customer need to a problem that they have, like you say, like the in-store stuff that you've the omnichannel stuff that you've launched today, where people can if it's not available online. I love that. I've actually, because I've been like obsessed with buying a certain thing, I've actually phoned stores before to do this. I won't call out the store, but I had a store do this. So I was in store trying to buy a top. They didn't have it in stock. And they said, oh, we've got it at another one of their stores. It's quite a famous brand, but I'm not going to call them out because it is a bit rubbish what happened. So then these were all stores like close to each other, Oxford Street, Regent Street. So I was like, okay, I'll go from there to the next store, and they'd got it wrong. Their system was showing that they had it in my size, and then they were like, oh no, it's not here. You know, to go to this other store. So and that's the thing, is when it doesn't work,
exactly.
It's so frustrating. But when it does work, it's brilliant.
And that's the idea, right? We hopefully, if we get this right, that we'll be able to do all of that whilst you stand in the store and have all of that done for you. And then if you want to go for a coffee, go for a glass of wine, come back and pick it up later, you'll be able to do that, or have that delivered to your home or your hotel or wherever. That's the dream. So that's where we're trying to get to. And it's baby steps to get there, but we'll get there.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I need. That's what I need. I think the reason I was so desperate is that I couldn't have it delivered because, do you know what actually happened in the end? So I couldn't get it delivered because I wanted to wear it the next day, and they didn't offer, that particular store doesn't offer next day delivery. So then they sell on another major website. I'll tell you who the major website was Next. So I went on to Next, and Next could deliver the next morning with a set delivery, but the brand itself couldn't, which is mad. And I think that's the thing, our customers' my expectations, because of Amazon, because of the world that we live in, and because so many of the big retailers do it, our expectations are high. And if you don't get what you want, I mean, I still love that brand and I will still buy from them. It's not been that bad, but it's frustrating. It's something that I remember.
Yeah, and you do want to be able to do that. And if somebody has made that time, that effort to come into the store, you really want to be able to deliver that for them. And certainly the sales associate does.
Yeah.
He or she don't want to be let down by the tech. So it's really important that tech enhances the experience in store and does all of those things so that the client gets that amazing experience. Because if it had been there for you, you'd be telling everybody how amazing it was and all of those things, which is great, and that's what we need to do. So that's kind of the driving force behind it, is to try and unlock that, because we know that we've got a stock available, and if the client wants it, why wouldn't we try and get it to her? That's what we want to try and make happen.
I love that. So next time I'll be heading off for a glass of wine. And I was running around London in the rain. I remember it was traumatic for me. Hannah, thank you so much for coming on. I'm really excited to continue the conversation because we're going to be doing some other bits together. So a big thank you for coming on, and look forward to catching up again soon.
Thanks so much for having me.